for our pranayama practice. This is our breath practice, using breath and prana to move through the body and clear out any blockages, any energetic, anything inhibiting our energy bodies. It also balances the energy bodies. This works on our energy systems. So we're working on our pranavayus, we're working on our koshas, we're working on the chakras, working on this entire energy body that we all have, that's deep within us and expands out further than our physical body. So we're tuning up. It's like doing weights for the energy body. And the end is the sickness begins in our etheric energy body. So as we bring more health and vitality to the energy body, we are bringing more health and vitality to our physical body. So we're working on our energy body, but it will ultimately affect our mind, body, and spirit. They're all connected. You can't disconnect the mind or the body or the energy systems. So I invite you to find a nice, comfortable seat. You can sit on a block if you like. You can sit just flat on the mat. I like my little cushion here, and bringing it just to that tailbone so that those hips can be nice and comfortable and square. So finding a comfortable seat for you, for yourself. So as we sit through this practice for about a half an hour now, and we're going to begin simply with mindful breathing. I invite you to breathe into the belly. So we're going to be doing abdominal breathing and mindful abdominal breathing is what I call it, because we want to always breathe into this lower abdomen, the pelvic floor, inhaling, just like pouring water into an empty glass of water. It's going to drop down to the very bottom of the glass, and we want that prana, that energy, that breath to drop down to the pelvic floor, to the bottom, to the lower abdomen. And you can even put your hand on your lower abdomen, and in the inhale, feeling that belly button expand away from the spine, and then on the exhale, feeling it coming in towards the spine. So continuing to breathe in your natural rhythm through the belly. I'm taking this moment now to check in, scanning the inner being, noticing what's going on inside. We're going to be bringing our windward between every pranayama. Just noticing with perfect unconditional love, neutral observer, the own self, looking in towards the inner being, the inner aliveness. Kingdom of heaven dwells within. Let's spend a little time bringing our attention within, if this is where the kingdom of heaven dwells. We often have our attention looking out into the physical world when the kingdom of heaven dwells within. So it would be wise to spend a little time, if we want to connect with this divine aspect of ourself, to bring that awareness within, to where that divine self is, that kingdom of heaven dwells. Just feeling what it feels like inside you, the spaciousness, the energy moving, the heart beating. Taking some time to bask in the emotional body without defining it or labeling it, just basking in that kaleidoscope of many, many emotions. It's like a soup, and just bask in it and enjoy the basking. No judgment. Bring it all on. Feel it all fully. Emotions cannot hurt us. We are not the emotions. We're not our thoughts. We're not our body. We are that conscious awareness that is aware of thoughts, emotions, and bodies, including our own. We are that conscious awareness behind all things that allows everything to arise, that unchanging, infinite self. That is our true identity, our eternal identity. Yes, it animates through forms. It's animating through this body of yours, of mine, in this moment. But that is a temporary experience. And after the body leaves, the conscious awareness will continue. Just as it is right now. Wholly innocent. And pure. Nothing we do, nothing we say, nothing we think can affect the holy pureness and innocence of our eternal conscious awareness. It is like thinking a plant on the earth can affect the sun. Sun shines no matter what human beings on the earth think of the sun. And take this moment to set an intention for yourself, for this practice, for your life. Something positive and wonderful you want to create for yourself, and plant that in your subconscious. Just like planting a seed, knowing it will bloom, this or better. And let's move into 3-part yogic breath, inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And then let's reverse it. Exhaling chest, the ribs. Do one more together, and I'll let you do a few on your own. Inhaling into the belly, like a wave into the ribs and the chest. Moving all the way up to the clavicles. And exhaling, chest, ribs, and belly. Continuing on your own for a few more breaths. Durga Pranayama, 3-part yogic breath. You can engage those bandhas. Mula bandha is the kegels, the pelvic floor, gently engaging. Uddiyana bandha, the second bandha is engaging that belly slightly, and Jarandala is the tongue is on the roof of the mouth and the chin comes in a little bit. And one more Durga Pranayama, 3-part yogic breath. And when you're done this last breath, just letting that go. And we're going to move into Valoma. This is interrupted breathing. So we're going to move into the Durga Pranayama with a simple interrupted flow. So I'll describe it first and then we'll move into it together. So we're going to inhale into the belly like we do with Durga Pranayama, and then we're going to pause. Use the kumbhaka, which is breath retention, for just a moment. Then we're going to move into the ribs, bring the breath into the ribs. Pause, kumbhaka, breath retention for a moment, and then into the chest. Hold the breath for just a moment, and then we're going to let it all go. Completely just letting it go. And we're going to repeat. Belly, pause, ribs, pause, into the chest, and pause. So let's do this together. Let's exhale completely. Inhaling into your belly. Pause. Inhale into the ribs. Pause. Inhale into the chest. Pause. And exhale completely, letting it all go. And hold a hand mudra. Inhaling into the belly. Pause. Ribs. Pause. Chest. Pause. Exhale completely. Inhale into the belly. Pause. Ribs. Pause. And chest. Pause. All go. Inhale into the belly. Pause. The ribs. Pause. Chest. Pause. And letting it all go. One more time. Inhaling into the belly. Pause. The ribs. Pause. And the chest. Pause. And letting it go. And taking a couple integrated breaths. We're going to move into Valoma on the exhale. I'll explain it first and I'll take you through the breaths. So we're going to be inhaling fully and deeply. And then we're going to let exhale 1 will be a third of our breath. And then exhale 2 will be our second third breath, another third. Exhale 3 will be a third. And then we'll do a final exhale and just let anything left over out. And we'll be pausing in between each. So we'll exhale third, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. And then we'll be letting it all go. A final pause at the bottom of the breath. And then a nice, deep, full inhale. So let's begin together. Let's exhale completely. Nice, deep, full inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale 1, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. Let everything go. I invite you to engage your bandhas in this. Inhaling completely. Oh, pause at the end, I'm sorry. And inhale. Exhale 1, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. Letting it go. Exhaling completely, and a gentle pause at the end of the exhale. And let's inhale deeply. Exhale 1, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. Exhaling completely. Pausing at the bottom of the breath. Nice deep inhale. Exhale 1, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. And let it go. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Nice deep inhale. Going to hold the pauses a little longer, these last two. Exhale 1, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. Exhale, I'll go. Pause at the breath. Nice deep inhale. Last one. Exhale 1, pause. Exhale 2, pause. Exhale 3, pause. And let it go. Allow yourself to enter into a few integrated breaths, allowing that breath to naturally return to its natural flow. All your awareness on the self and sensation. Resting in the inner being. Fully present in the body. And coming back, gently open your eyes. So we're in a vitalizing pranayama today. So we're going to be practicing Kapalabhati next. And with the Kapalabhati, we're going to be bringing forceful exhalations down into this lower belly. And as we exhale, we're going to feel the belly coming into the belly button, coming into the spine. And it's going to be evenly, rhythmically, and forcefully. So it's going to look a little bit and sound a little bit like this. We're going to allow the inhale to be natural. We're going to just allow that inhale to be natural. The inhale is going to be about 2 to 3 times longer than the exhale. The exhale is going to be real quick. And then we'll allow the inhale, but we're just allowing that to come natural. So the inhale's longer than the exhale. Give it a little more time to just naturally happen without us consciously forcing the inhale. We move into Streaka, we'll be forcing the inhale and the exhale. But this is Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. We're going to be moving in, we're going to be doing this breath for about 30 rounds. And then we're going to allow a couple integrative breaths. And we're going to go into 3 rounds of this. So we're going to be doing 30 breaths and 3 rounds. So as we go, that'll be 30 of those breaths. We're going to pause, integrate, and do 2 more rounds. So I will guide you through the entire practice. And it can help sometimes to hold your hand onto the belly. It's perfectly okay. I do that most of the time when I'm working in these breath works, these vitalizing. So I want you to deep inhale together. And begin your exhale. And letting it go. Taking a few integrated breaths. Bringing the awareness inward. Noticing sensation inside. Connecting deeply to your heart, inner being. Be in masking mode. Being mode. Thoughts come. Just gently guide yourself back into being. Resting in pure conscious awareness. Taking one more integrated breath. We'll begin our second round as we inhale deeply and begin our exhales. Releasing the breath, moving into your integrative breaths. All the awareness inward, deeply connected with the self, the inner being, the aliveness, sensation within the body. Can engage those bandhas for this next one. And let's go with our third round, or third and last round, a nice deep inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. And begin your exhales. Engage those bandhas. And letting it go. Resting in a few integrative breaths. Allowing that entire practice to integrate. Noticing the sensations. Basking in the felt sense. Resting in that silent stillness within. And coming back, we're going to move into Streaka now. And this is a forced inhale and exhale. Both inhale and exhale. It's also going to be even. It's going to be rhythmic, and it's going to be forced. So we're bringing that belly forcefully in towards the spine. And in the inhale, the belly is going to come out. So it'll be both sides. Inhale and exhale will be forceful. We're again going to do 30 and 3 rounds. We're going to practice tension at the end of this, and this will be on the exhale. So on our exhale, we'll be pausing the breath on the exhale. So let's do this together. We can do this. Nice deep inhale. And begin with forced inhale and exhale. Exhale completely. Holding the breath, pausing the breath. Kumbhaka. Gauge those bandhas. Inhaling deeply. Remembering you can move out and stop if it is stressful, if anytime you need to shorten the pranayama and do a few less breaths. You're always welcome at any time to discontinue and move into breath awareness, mindful breathing into the belly. So taking a few mindful breaths into the belly, integrated breaths, fully present to yourself, sensation, awareness, energy flowing, spaciousness. And coming back, we're going to do our second round, inhaling, lengthening the spine. And begin your inhale, exhale. Exhaling completely, and you can lean over a little as you exhale. Holding the breath, kumbhaka, engage the bandhas. Nice deep inhale as you come up. Beautiful job. Few mindful integrative breaths as you dive in and notice and be with, fully attentive to the self. Noticing sensation, aliveness, vibration, emotions, connecting with the inner being. Coming back for our final round. Nice deep inhale, 3-part Durga Pranayama. And begin. Exhale completely, folding forward a little bit. Kumbhaka, holding the breath, engaging the bandhas. Inhale deeply as you come up. Beautiful job. And let yourself rest into belly breathing, mindful belly breathing as we begin to conclude this practice. Breathing into the belly. Conscious abdominal breathing. Bringing the awareness into the self, scanning the being. Really becoming aware of how you feel inside. The felt sense of your being, basking in the beingness. And taking yourself back to that intention that you set at the beginning of practice and repeating it silently to yourself as you plant that seed into that fertile consciousness, knowing it will bloom, it will sprout, this or better. Either this intention or something better will manifest in your physical life. Knowing that, believing in that. This or better. Taking this moment to honor yourself for being on the mat, for using breath to vitalize your energy being, all those energy systems, with self-love and kindness. We conclude our practice with a namaste. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of light, of truth, and of peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.